What is it?
That was good.
Hi, I'm Ariana Thomas, senior from El Camino. Okay. Should I say, like, I feel like that's it, right? That's all I should say. I'm a senior at El Camino High
And
School.
then end it like that, like.
Okay. And okay, whatever. Hello, I'm Ariana Thomas, a senior from El Camino High School.
We came up with some talking points, right? And you told me that the first one was that what I heard was that the adults are listening, or something like that.
Yes.
What about that?
So, what I like about cays is that they actually listen to the youth first. They have their hands open and their ears open in order for us to actually raise our concerns about the community and help out in helping them with anything that they need to assist them with. I'm kind of rambling here, but I should probably concise that.
Great punt. That was a great. I love the way that right at it. Your eyes were wide and super clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
great. Yeah, yeah.
So,
Wanna do that again?
yeah,
Okay.
probably.
Are you ready?
Okay. cays, Community Alliance for Youth Success, is a great organization to help youth have their voices heard. We all come together and unite as a community to talk about what we want to do in order to help each other out. We work together hand in hand to solve each other's, no, not to solve each other's problem, but okay,
Help
before
each other
that,
out.
to
And
help
that was
each
like,
other out.
help each other out.
Okay,
Right? And
so
then how do we do that? How do we help each other out?
how do we help each other out? Well, we come in monthly meetings and we sit down, we listen to one another, we get a feel for the room. We work out of love. We work from our hearts. We want to listen and have our hearts open to one another so that we're not leaving anybody out or behind. Well, we kind of talk about, that's the thing.
Can I ask you a question?
Okay, yeah.
What is it about the heart? What was that part? They just said you're leading with the heart. Did I hear that?
Definitely. We're leading with the heart. We always want to be there for one another. We want to be open and real for everything that we talk about. So that's...
Sure. So what was it about that when you showed up and what came and that people, adults, were listening? Why is it important?
I feel like that's very important for adults to listen to the youth because as individuals who are probably not heard as much or taken seriously in society, this is something very key that we can have those close connections with one another as adults and youth so that we're not leveraging one over the other. We're all the same and we come to unite over our similarities and differences so that we can actually come together and come with an ideal solution to help out our community.
What about mentorship? Here.
Okay. So what I love about cays is that, wait, no, that's not what I meant to say. Okay, hold on. I see, it's every time the camera's on, I just think differently. Okay. Are we good? Okay. Ever since I joined cays, I wouldn't have the mentors that I had. No, that's not correct grammar. Ever since I joined cays, I wouldn't have had the mentors to guide and support me like I have today, to support me and help me with any of my successes. And for that, I always want to give back. And I look up to those mentors who always teach us how to give back, to serve, and to be a part of the community.
And then what about, like, I can think of, like, what about Miss Bobby? Like, what about her?
Miss Bobby. Miss Bobby is a very sweet individual. She always cares. She's always open to any thoughts and listens to us on whatever we want to do to make something work better. But I sound unsure. That's kind of bad.
Just think about her now. Just put her in your heart, like right here.
Okay.
Tell me about Bobby DePorter. What does she mean to you?
Bobby is a kind and loving individual. She cares for people. That is why she created this whole community involvement, kind of getting everybody together, uniting everybody, and just having her as a support system to help me and encourage me to grow as a better and more stronger individual is so important. And that's how I met all the other people. Because she helped introduce this whole meeting idea, that is how I got to meet more and more people to help guide and support me that I didn't have before and that I needed to help me today to be successful.
Perfect. Yeah. See how that felt? Do you even feel that a little different? Because now
now you're talking. Yeah.
You're thinking,
we're talking now.
And it's her, and it's the reason that she came in.
Exactly.
So how did you get here? What happened? How did we meet? And tell that quick.
Alrighty. So Community Alliance for Youth Success came at my school and they invited us in a meeting for student leaders on campus. So I attended that, and of course one of them recognized me as State Youth of the Year for Boys and Girls Club, and that is when I took the initiative to meet everybody, because that's when she took me around and started showing me and introducing me to the people who work with Community Alliance for Youth Success. And that is when I started becoming engaged with the idea of community and unity and just getting everybody together in one spot. I think that's a great idea, so I took the initiative to go to the meeting, to my first ever community meeting, and I was hooked on this idea that we can all learn from one another, that we can come together, we can talk about what needs to be resolved and what needs to be fixed so that everybody has the advantage to succeed.
Beautiful, great. That's the best bite yet.
Okay.
Ooh, nice. Do you feel that? High five. Wonderful. Okay, so I made me think about, so you started coming, started meeting people, and then what was it that we were working on this whole time? What did we work towards, and what happened?
So we were working for a event at the end of the year, wait, no, that's not what it was. We were working for an event for the end of the year for Youth Success. Youth Success Week was the main idea of it, and the whole gist of it. I'm scrambling too much.
It's okay.
But
Let's do it again, because I think, and then
should I
just,
talk about the club kind of first,
Yeah.
and then how we led up towards it?
perfect. So
Okay.
yeah, that's a much better way. So we came and, let me ask you a better question. So we came to say hi, and you came here, and then what happened back at your school?
Well, ever since I joined and came to the meetings, I got inspired, and I wanted, as well as my colleague Josue, we wanted to create a club on campus that would help others reach the same goal, because I didn't know it at first when I was on campus, but ever since I heard the idea of Youth Success and Youth Success Week, we wanted to create something bigger for students on campus to get ahead on their dreams and what they want to pursue, so that they know that their tools are not far behind them, and that we do have a whole community that can help us connect with one another to help us all succeed and pursue what we want to create in the future.
Good
Yeah.
job. That's good. Good.
Is that it really?
I got a couple more questions. I'm just
Okay.
saying you're really doing great.
Thank
I'm
you.
really happy for
I
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah, you just hung in there, and yeah, you got it. It's just,
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
It's
Seriously.
if I didn't have you as the person behind the camera, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have said the same thing. So I like that you're kind of tugging it out of me to say
Yeah.
real,
What I call it, and
meaningful stuff.
yeah, what I call it, what I call it is just allowing essence to rise.
Yes, essence.
Okay. Yeah, and so that's what we're doing. So tell me about the club. What happened there? I hear that whole thing? And you
Oh,
started,
right,
yeah.
what we do.
Yeah.
So one of our mentors from Community Alliance for Youth Success, Sparky, she is a great and amazing grandma to me and a great successful woman that I look up to. So she always comes and supervises and helps us out on any activities or any events that we're running on campus. We actually held her on campus so that students can be able to come and get noticed as being a person, a part of the world who is worth and meaningful. So her ribbons, Who I Am Makes a Difference, was very meaningful to us on campus. So we would go to any classrooms, visit any teachers and students, and get them heard and get them to actually feel as though they're worth something, because that's the whole idea. We are here to love and care for one another. So why not start that first and start to break the barriers that we have amongst all of us and just find the common ground that we all share, and that is just being a person of change and hope and being able to pursue something that we thought we couldn't. And that's the main focal point of it all, that we wanted to be able to spread this around our school campus. And by doing so, we had events on campus to get kids out of their shell, to get them thinking about their future and what they wanted to do and what they wanted to pursue. That's kind of what.
Beautiful. So
This is
good.
a lot of stuff.
So good, and you brought us up to this whole thing. So what I was hearing was that took it back to school, we got some ideas, things were rolling, and we've got things on campus, and we've had lots of excitement, right? And I think that leads us to, because I think a lot of people will talk about the youth success, the weekend and things.
Right,
But
right.
I want to know from you, where are you going?
Where am I going?
Yeah, like, so here you are, summer. What's your plans for this? What are you looking forward to your senior year? How do you see that applying to your leadership work and the work with cays? And do you have
Right.
some forward thing? I'm giving you a lot there, but.
Yeah, no worries. I'm kind of thinking on track. Well, Cays really does inspire me to be someone better than myself. Thinking ahead in the future, they are my mentors, and they are the ones I look up to. So what better role to play than that same exact role and spreading it to future generations? It's always helping one another out so we can make a better world and a better place for all of us to live in and encompass us within. But my future. What I see myself in the future, I want to go to a school on the East Coast. I want to be able to pursue somewhere in the international relations field and business. I'm not quite sure yet, but I'm thinking that's my path. You never know, because life may take different turns. But that is kind of what I'm steering towards, and also always coming back to community. Everything always falls back to where we started, where we began, and how we grew, and the people who gave back to us, and being able to spread that same message to future and future generations, because that's how we stabilize within our world. It's not about politicians helping us, or it's not about other people and our bosses telling us who we should or should not be, but it's always giving back, and it's always spreading that to the younger generations who don't have that role in their life. And although I didn't have it in my life, now I do, and I can spread that to future generations. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
That's a lot of rambling, yeah. I kind of said the same words over and over
it's
again,
okay,
but
there's
I'm
so
pretty
much
sure you
good
can
stuff
find
in
something.
there. So much good stuff.
Okay.
What I heard when you reminded me, which I thought was a great, when you talked about, going back a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but when, maybe it has to do with the listening or the mentorship, but it was this idea of, you like being listened to instead of being told to. I mean, with politicians telling us to do, remember that?
Right.
Can we do that?
The whole starting.
Just that little part.
Okay.
Instead
yeah.
of the politician, because I think the way you said it was really powerful.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What I think is really powerful, I'm going to use that word. What I believe is really powerful about Community Alliance for Youth Success is that they don't start from the top down. Usually in life we see politicians running stuff, and I don't like the way I said that.
I like where you were going with that.
But
usually we see people, maybe like politicians, an
people
example.
in powerful
I like when you
positions,
said
Okay. Whereas in reality, we have people in powerful positions taking over and telling us what we may have to do and how life should be governed and ruled in society. It's more about starting from the bottom up, where it's the youth, it's the people. It starts from there, and then it grows so that we can actually create change because we're fueling off of our own energy and ambition to create something better. Okay.
Good, nice. Do you feel complete?
I feel complete, yes.
Yes?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. What other plans shall we have?
I don't know. I could ask you so many other things.
But I don't want to make it too hard for you to pick out
No, I'm just thinking
stuff.
about because it's now I want to know more about you and then where you're
okay.
going and what are you doing and what is it something that you're working on right now? Or you got what's the summer like so far? Just chilling?
Just chilling, taking summer classes, want to try to get myself in the STEM field. I talked about international relations, but I always also like STEM and math, and I want to see myself in that future field kind of thing.
What do you see yourself doing with that?
I see myself as a biochem kind of, I don't know, not yet. I'm not sure yet, but I see myself in sciences and business, international relations kind of thing, because I talked about Model United Nations and being a global leader, or whatever, an ambassador to help others. That's what I look forward to, always serving. I just like that. It gives me those kind of endorphins when you get from running or working out. So it's something that I really look up to. Kind of. I know this is kind of.
How is that similar? Wait, where are you going? Sorry.
No worries.
Yoga it's kind of similar, right?
Yeah.
How do you blend that? So you love yoga.
Yes.
Tell me that.
I do it with my mom. My mom and I kind of want to get in shape, kind of, but also be flexible and more peaceful and try to be less stressed. And I believe yoga has definitely helped me through that. And with the both of us being very on it, kind of workaholics, we always like to get to our yoga class and just kind of meditate a bit and actually get a workout through yoga, which is, it sounds like it's impossible, but it's actually possible. The stretches that we do and just hanging in the air is really, it takes a lot of energy, but it's soothing at the same time. My chakras are I'm going within my chakras,
That's what I wanted. I was waiting. I was holding that space for you.
I don't know, but Yeah. Anyways.
That's what I wanted. I wanted a little girly, that. Yay.
Oh, God.
Right, done. Wrap. We're done.
Oh, God.
Little
Okay.
giggles and, yes, awkward moments.
Perfect.
Thanks.
So are we done?
I think so.
Yes.
I don't think
Perfect.
I have anything else for you.
I think you pulled out a lot from me, so I think that was good. You got a lot of stuff.